Oh, come on now. They're a set. Hey, friends and revolutionaries, back with the last video for 2012. This is it. This will be the fireworks. This will be the fireworks for the channel. It's something where it's been a great year. Thank you guys for making this so much fun. This would not be worth doing in any way other than just the fact to, you know, embarrass myself in various ways. But it's one of the things where it just wouldn't be worth it if you guys weren't there to leave your comments and just be so much fun. So thank you guys. Thank you for a great 2012. I hope you guys are here for 2013. I promise some fun stuff. I promise. Something kind of cool too, I hope. Turns out that for Christmas, just as luck would have it, I'm getting a chance to kind of bring things full circle. Back in January, if you remember, kind of kicked the year off with the Anime Kami Girls of Gotham mini statues. The Batgirl, the Poison Ivy, and the Harley Quinn. As much as I wish to say I got the Batgirl for Christmas, I didn't. I got the Poison Ivy and Harley, which that's good enough for me. Between 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So just like at the beginning of the year, we looked at Ivy and Harley. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up doing the same thing. And this time, as I mentioned, is the Bishoujo statues that we're taking a look at. The Pretty Girl statues, which I'll keep saying Bishoujo. Bear with me. I think it's right. I do think it's right. But yeah, Harley, great statue, great character to finally get in this line. I am just amazed that Harley was not considered earlier to be included in this set, or not produced earlier. I mean, when you look at that concept art, when you look at that adorable face, I mean, that is just so cute. I mean, she is so adorable. I mean, she's straddling her hammer, you know. So, you know, she could just as likely pick this thing up and wallop you with it. But she would just, you gotta admit, she would look just so cute doing it. She would look adorable doing it. So, so as far as I'm concerned, it's about time. Harley was way overdue to get this statue. Typical Bishoujo packaging, kind of the white box with the DC Comics on the side. Got the craftsmanship of Koto Boyuki, DC Comics. Again, there's the full picture of Harley. Which, if you keep the box, I definitely recommend keeping the whole box. But if you don't, yeah, just cutting out this one side, you know, for that portrait, that is just awesome. I would actually like to see them include in here a print of this artwork. I think that would actually be a great extra. It's something where, you know, action figures, okay, you know, you expect those kind of things. Not so much with the statues, but really, I mean, that would just be great. That would just be awesome. Just a you know, 8x10 print of that. That would just be so cool. Or 24. Yeah, a big one. Okay, moving on. Here we go. We've got a picture of the statue right there next to the portrait, so you can kind of see for yourself how close they've come. Another shot of Harley that I'm sure everybody is very, very eager to know before they get her open. The next statue that came out, and she's already out, is the Power Girl. And I'll tell you, I am not as stoked on Power Girl as I am on Harley and Ivy. Certainly not as stoked as I am for Huntress, because she'll be the next one after Power Girl. She's not bad, but compared to the Supergirl, she's a bit of a pass for right now. I may go back and get her later if I can get her at a deal. But when it comes to Power Girl, I'm kind of putting her aside. Not high on my list yet, but Huntress will be. So I'll be picking up Huntress in lieu of Power Girl if I can afford it, and we may see Batgirl soon. I hope. On the write-up, and this is very small. I mean, I cannot tell you how small this. I mean, look at that. That's a. I mean, that is just teeny writing. So, kind of bear with me. I've tried to read through it once already. I'm going to do my best. A Koto Byokai Japanese import. Coming up next in the DC Comics Bishoujo collection, combining DC superheroines and villains with traditional Japanese styling, is the fan favorite wacky psychologist turned Harlequin supervillain Harley Quinn. First appearing in the Batman animated series and then in the pages of DC Comics, Harley Quinzel was originally a brilliant doctor working with the patients in Arkham Asylum before she was seduced by the clown prince of crime and became the Joker's girlfriend and assistant. Her villainous ways have brought her into conflict with Batman many times over the years, and affinity for hilarity, Quinn frequently employs comically oversized weapons like her favorite giant hammer. Based on the original illustration by Japanese renowned Shunya Yamashita, Harlequin appears here for the first time in Japanese Bishoujo / Pretty Girl style. Harlequin shows off her silly and violent nature as she strikes a pose for just for you guys. Isn't that nice? Just for us. Perched on her weapon of choice. The sultry psychotic looks adorable in her trademark black and red and white Harlequin costume. Harley's sculpt is fantastic. Where is it? Oh, just lost my place. Where is it? Her collar and hood sculpted is fantastic with careful attention paid to every detail, including the cloth-like movement of her collar and hood and the fringes on her wrists. With Harlequin's stunning Bishoujo-style face and wonderfully sculpted and painted costume, you won't need to be as crazy as the Joker to want her around. Constructed of high-quality PVC plastic and standing 10 inches tall in the ultimate 1/7 scale on her exclusive hammer base, Harlequin is sculpted by Mashiro Gil Takashi. Display Harley on her own or together with other DC Bishoujo statues like Poison Ivy, Catwoman, and Batgirl. Well, Poison Ivy for sure, and Batgirl if I can get her. But for now, let's go ahead, let's pop Harley out of the pack and really have some fun. Be right back. Harley fans, these are some good times. I'm telling you, these are some good times for Harley fans. There are some great pieces out there now, and this particular one, the Bishoujo statue, definitely comes in as one that I don't think any Harley fan is going to pass up on. It's something where if you're a DC fan or a Batman fan, you're probably going to appreciate this quite a bit too. But Harley fans, no doubt about it, this is one you want to get your hands on. The most striking thing about the statue that you'll probably notice right out of the pack, maybe even in the box if you look close enough, is the fact they've put her in this just insanely glossy costume. I mean, it is just incredible the amount of gloss paint they put on her. I mean, it's something where even with the Marvel Select Iron Man figure, I mean, with the amount of metallic paint that he had, I mean, that doesn't come anywhere near what they've done here for Harley. I mean, it looks beautiful. I like it. I do. It's something where it's a very classic Harley. It's a very classic looking Harley, but rather than being in more of a spandex costume that you might see from you know, some other hero of some kind, you know, here we actually get something kind of different, like this polished vinyl catsuit kind of thing. I mean, it is just so amazing. And I mean, and it's across the whole thing. I mean, from her tassels on her hood. And I mean, you can almost see herself on her head there. But from the tassels on her hood, her fingertips, going all the way down to her toes. Every bit of it is kind of this primary red, black, and then the white. And even the white, you can kind of see, you know, it has a gloss to it. It's kind of got an iridescence to it. Oh, it looks nice. It does look nice. It's something where the statue, that Harley herself, looks so amazing that the only thing about it that really kind of stands out and kind of brings the whole thing down a bit. I mean, she's straddling her hammer. And I just want to make sure to mention that up front, because the hammer itself is where I kind of have a problem with it. Now, I'm not going to say that Ivy's Vines or Supergirl's Cloud was any higher quality in what it was made of, but when you look at the hammer, I mean, you look at that gold handle, that ball at the end, you know, the handle, and then the mallet part itself. It's in this kind of, I don't know, almost like a chocolate kind of color, this cocoa kind of color. And then the gold itself, the whole thing is kind of this matte. It's like in this matte kind of color. Which against the high gloss of Harley, I don't know, it just doesn't look as nice. It looks really flat. It looks really cheap. There's no extra color in it whatsoever. It's just those two colors. And there's very little detailing on it. As a matter of fact, you can even see the seam. You can see the seam running across the mallet here, across the flat end. It just looks very cheap. And I'm not saying, and it is. I mean, it is a much, you know, it's not a PVC. You know, it's a much cheaper plastic they used. And that's not to say that Ivy or Supergirl, that the things that they came with on their bases, I'm not saying that those were any higher quality, just that on Harley, being that she's so nice and that gloss is just done so well, that that hammer being in such a flat color, it just drags the whole thing down. It really does. And it's a shame. It really is. It's not something you're going to notice when you have her on display. If people come over and look, again, Harley stands out. I mean, it is so great to see kind of this traditional, this very regular Harley. You know, not the Arkham Harley, not the New 52, but to have the traditional Harley in her costume and just have it with this slightly different kind of take on the costume with the gloss. I like it. I really do like it. I just wish they had spent a little more time and kind of done something else with the hammer, because it looks like two different pieces. And as I said, it kind of drags the whole thing down. It's really, really disappointing. If you take a look at the face, she's got an adorable face, as you would imagine. Just so cute. I love the paint on there. She's thinking about some kind of trouble. The head, the only other problem I really have with it is with her tassels. It's not the kind of filled out, rounded kind of tassels that we get from the animated series. They're kind of flat, they're kind of floppy. You know, they're sculpted to have some motion in it because she doesn't have her hair. So it's kind of flat and it's kind of moving. But by doing that, from certain angles, she's got kind of a round head. It's got kind of a big head. And that's probably just me. And as I said, it's only when you look at it from certain angles, because from here, when you look at her just face on, again, it's right up there. And a great addition. Looks fantastic. Love it. One thing about this particular statue, the Harley, is that if you look, You know, yeah, she's got a very pale complexion. You know, she's got her red lips and the black mask, her blue eyes. You know, very iconic for Harley. But if it's not quite Harley enough, if that face isn't quite, you know, pale enough, if it's not quite if it's not enough for you, for this particular piece, underneath there's a little compartment that if you actually open up, inside is a second face, and a much more made up one, I might add. Take a look. This one, not so fleshy, certainly more of a made up white face. And you see them both together. Exact same face, same sculpt, just that they used full white paint on this one, and here got more of a fleshy kind of look to it. To swap it out, you just kind of take her chin and give it a little pull, and there's a little magnet inside. So if you want to, you can go ahead and pop in the more made up face and have something much more in line with Harley. That's actually really good. I like that one too. That's a toss-up. That's one of the ones where I could probably go either way. I could probably go either way on the face. They both look adorable. I like kind of the blush and the skin tone they have on this one. But here with the white face, you know, it kind of just blends in better with the colors that she has. So it's going to be a bit of a toss-up as to which one you like. But the nice thing is that whichever one you decide to put aside, you just put it back in there and stick it underneath the base like so. Very cool. So overall, Harley, beautiful piece, beautiful statue. She looks great. And if one face isn't good enough, she actually has a second one. The biggest drawback is the hammer. It's something where it could have been so much nicer. It would have improved the overall impression of the statue had they done a little bit more with it. But again, just another nice addition to the Bishoujo line. Power Girl, gonna pass on for now, so don't expect to see her soon. But the Huntress is coming next, and Batgirl definitely on the wish list. So, hope everybody enjoyed watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, join the revolution. You guys have a Happy New Year.